today we're making biryani, chicken biryani, and I'm going to show you the ingredients first and what's going to go into it. So we'll just start off with the dry masala. So we've got 1 tablespoon of coriander, 1 tablespoon of cumin seed, got 3 to 4 bay leaves, got 3 black cardamoms, and then we've also got 1 aniseed, and then we've also got javitri, kapul, which is the flour. We've got 4 black peppers, 3 longs, and we've got nutmeg, but we're not going to use all this nutmeg because nutmeg is very strong. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grind it, just shave it in, just grind it in with a grater. And then we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 cinnamon sticks, but they're very small. So you could say about an inch, just put an inch of cinnamon stick in. In the dry powders we have 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of haldi powder, and 2 tablespoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of red crushed chilies. Got 1 lemon. We're not going to use all of this lemon, we're just going to cut 4 slices out of it, and I'll show you when we get to that point. We've got 3 medium-sized onions, we've got 3 large tomatoes, got 1 centimetre of ginger, and then 3 cloves of garlic. I've also got soaked 500 grams of rice, which is 2.5 cups. So I've just got that soaking for 30 minutes, and we're also going to put 2 tablespoons of yogurt in as well. So what we're going to do first is we're going to heat the garam masala in a pan, and then we're going to grind it into a biryani masala. So I'm going to actually show you how to make the biryani masala at home. So we're just going to get the aniseed, and then we're just going to get the javitri kapul, the 3 cardamoms. We've also put in green cardamoms, so 3 green cardamoms as well, 3 long, so putting them in, and then we're also going to put the pepper seeds in, just 4 of those. This is to make 2.5 cups of rice. This is the biryani masala. This is the quantity that you need to make 2.5 cups of rice. Also going to add the cinnamon stick in, and then also going to put the coriander and garam masala in. I'll add that in, and also the bay leaves. Just going to heat that through. We're going to leave the nutmeg afterwards, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So just add all that in. Just put all this in, and we're just going to heat that over the pan. The green cardamoms, I'm just going to take them out, I'm not going to heat them. So the only spices that I'm heating are bay leaves, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, cardamoms, cinnamon stick, javitri kapul, and aniseed. I really like this. It's very, very pretty, this spice. So I'm just going to put that in, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're just going to make the masala first. So let's go and heat this up. Okay, so we're now dry roasting the masala. Just very gently. We're just going to do it for like 1 to 2 minutes. Once you can start smelling it, just take it off the cooker. So very gently. I've just got it on medium heat. You do not want to do it on high heat because we do not want to burn the actual dry masala there. We just want to gently just heat it through, just to 1 to 2 minutes, and then what we're going to do, we're going to grind it into a powder. Then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, once cooled, I've heated through the garam masala. I've put it, once you have cooled it down, just put it into a blender, and then what we're going to do is, let me just show you. Okay, so what we're going to do, the red chili powder, haldi powder and salt, and the crushed chilies, we're just going to add them into the blender as well. So just put that in very carefully that you're not spilling it. And the haldi. Just very gently add it in. And we're just going to grind all this. Okay, so I'll put all the masala in now. Regarding the green cardamoms, we're not going to grind them. I'm just going to leave that to the side, and we're just going to put it in when we actually put the masala in. So we're going to put them in whole, so don't grind these, just leave them to the side. What I'm also going to do as well, regarding the nutmeg, nutmeg is very, very strong. So all I'm going to do is just get a grater, and I'm just going to shave a little bit of nutmeg in. Not too much, because it can be very strong, and that's how much I've got left. So leave that to the side, and then we're just going to grind this now. So I'm just going to grind it. Okay, we've now grinded the masala. That's all grinded. Okay, so we're also going to add in 4 prunes and some mint leaves. The mint leaves we're going to put at the end when we layer the masala and the rice. We're just going to sprinkle a bit of mint leaves at the end, so that's for that. And the prunes we're going to put within the masala. Okay, so we're going to also add 1 baby chicken. So 1 full baby chicken, we're also going to add that in as well. Okay, so I've just heated the oil, and we're just going to add the onions in. So I'm just going to put that in very gently. So just gently cook the onions until they're like a very light brown. So just continue to cook this, and then I'll tell you what the next step will be. Okay, so now that the onions are golden brown, I'm just going to put 1 centimetre of ginger in. I'm going to also grate some garlic. So grate the garlic in. So we're adding 3 cloves of garlic. And then you're just going to continue to cook this for another 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, we're now ready to add the tomatoes in. So I'm just going to add them in as well. Very gently. And we're just going to cook them until they're slightly mashed up. Okay, so the masala that we grinded, I'm going to add them in now, which is your biryani masala. I'm also going to add the 4 prunes in, so add them in as well, and also the green cardamoms, and then just stir this, and just cook this for another 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll add the chicken in. Okay, so after 2 minutes, after putting the masala in, we're just going to add the chicken. So add that in as well. And then just continue to stir this. Okay, I'm also going to put 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Just like this, that's 1. And then 2, so 2 heap tablespoons of yogurt, and then just stir this in. I'm also going to cut 3 slices of lemon, so just cut them like this. I'm just going to add them in whole, and then let that cook for 25 to 30 minutes or until the chicken is cooked. So I'm going to cover this and leave this to cook on medium heat. Okay, so we're gonna add 500 mils of water, which is 2 cups of water. So I'm just gonna add that. Make sure it's boiling water, because if you put cold water in, you're just gonna lower the temperature of the chicken, and that's not what we want. So just continue to cook this even further until the chicken is nice and tender, and then I'll come back and show you what the masala looks like. Okay, after 20 to 25 minutes, the chicken is now cooked. But what I actually want to do is I just want to thicken the sauce a little bit, so it is still a bit too thin, and I just want to make it very thick. So just cook it on high heat until your sauce goes to like a thick consistency, so that we can actually spread it over the rice and then make layers. So I'm just going to continue to cook this for another maybe about 5 minutes, just until it thickens up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, the masala is nice and thick and it's now ready. So I'm just going to put this to one side, and I'm going to show you how to do the rice now. So let's get started with the rice. Okay, so put some boiling hot water in a pan. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of salt into the water. That's one. And then just add 2. Okay, I'm going to add the rice into the hot water now. So I told you before I had 500 grams of rice, which is 2.5 cups of normal basmati rice. If you can get the long grain rice, then that's best for biryani, definitely. But I just have the basmati one at the moment, so I'm just going to use that one. So put the rice in very gently. And then just stir that in. Okay, so I'm just going to gently stir this. And then we're going to cook the rice until it's 75%. So once it's on a boil, once it starts boiling, what we'll do, we'll give it a 10 minutes and then I'll go back in and check just to see. So you do not want to cook it fully, just cook it 75%, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So just allow that to boil and I'll come back. Once it's boiled, 10 minutes later, we'll come back and check. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes since the rice is boiling. I'm just going to take a few out and just check. So basically it still needs to have a bit of hardness, but it should break just like that, and that means it's ready. So that's all done. So I'm just going to drain this and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so the rice is all drained. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one layer in the pan, and then one layer of the chicken curry paste, and then another layer of rice on top, and then another layer of the curry paste there. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got one layer of rice. I'm just going to put one layer of the chicken masala as well, so let's get that done. Okay, so I'll put the chicken masala in. And what we're going to do, I've just got a few mint leaves. I'm just going to break it up and put that on top. So just continue to do this. Just roughly break it up, you don't have to be perfect. And if you want to add fried onions at this point, you can certainly add fried onions as well. I didn't have any, so I'm just going to put mint leaves in now, and I'm just going to do one layer of rice. So I'll show you now. So I've just done another layer of rice. I'm just going to get some more mint leaves, just about 4 to 5 leaves, and then do the same thing again that we did before, just sprinkle some mint leaves on top, and just continue to do this. Just continue to keep layering it until you have completed your masala and your rice, and just continue to layer it each just the way that I've shown you there. Okay, so I'm going to also add some colouring, just to make it look a bit more pretty. So I'm going to add dark orange colour and yellow colour, and this is the powder form. Do not use the liquid ones on rice because I find it doesn't spread properly. With the powder ones, you'll get the colour exactly where you want it. So I'm just going to do that for you now. So what I've done is I put the dark orange powder. All I've done is just put a pinch everywhere. And I'm also going to do the same with the yellow one now. Okay, I'm just going to put this on dum now for about 10 minutes. I'm going to cover this with foil. So just cover it with foil. And I'm just going to put like a pan underneath. I'm going to put this on top and I'm just going to cook it on very low heat for at least 10 minutes, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's been undone for 10 minutes and I'm just going to take the lid off now. And we're just going to mix it in very gently, just very lightly, just pick it up and oops, and then turn it over. Be very gentle because obviously you don't want to break the rice there. So just continue to do this and mix it all in. I'll show you what it looks like.